G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to TIE Fighter Reimagined, and may the 4th be with you. Let's get into our second campaign.
For generations, the Sepan people have been torn apart by civil war. Both rival factions, the Reverb and the TOMAHAWK, are guilty of committing atrocities against each other. In order to bring an end to this conflict and stabilize the region, Admiral Harkov has been given the task of forcing both sides to the table by any means necessary. We will begin this task by intercepting a TOMAHAWK attack on a Reverb convoy. Your objective will be to try and save as much of the convoy as possible by turning back the TOMAHAWK attacks. Once we've destroyed enough of their ships, they should withdraw from the area. This should show both sides that the Empire means business and that hopefully their leaders will realize that challenging us is futile. You will be flying a TIE fighter designated Alpha 2 with 5 wingmen along with several other TIE squadrons. The Victory Star Destroyer Protector and its escort, the modified frigate Akaga, will support you. Both factions may employ many dozens of older starfighter designs along with several Clone War era capital ships that they've acquired over the years. Though these ships are not nearly as modern as our own ships, they can still pose a threat to us. In particular, the B-type Y-wing employed by these factions has a rotating turret that can be deadly to unshielded TIEs caught unawares, so stay sharp and attack from a distance.
Do as your commander orders, but pay attention to everything around you. Inspect the cargo containers of the convoy if you get the opportunity. Admiral Harkov's performance so far has not been all the Emperor had hoped for. Conflicting reports give us reason to believe everything is not as it seems in this civil war.
We have received a distress signal from a Reverb convoy under attack by TOMAHAWK marauders. The TOMAHAWK attackers are using a Corellian gunship, armed cargo ferries, while a Clone War era Acclamator cruiser is launching Y-wings and Z-95s. The Victory Star Destroyer Protector and the modified frigate Akaga will jump in and deploy our TIEs to drive off the attacking TOMAHAWK forces and save the convoy. Do not attempt to engage the enemy cruiser. The TOMAHAWKs are to be driven off, not annihilated, so be sure to let some of them escape. Those that escape will report back to their leaders. They will realize the Empire means to end this war.
Alright, so campaign 2 start. This one is a hell of a lot of fun. This is actually the first time, I believe, that we get to see the... Let's see if we can actually see this ship leaving here, since we're inside of the hangar and we're actually hanging like TIE fighters should, rather than sitting on the solar panels. There it is. That's cool. That's a nice touch. But yeah, this is the first time... Get this underway. Wood. It's the wrong button. There we go. The first time that we actually see the Empire doing police-keeping operations outside of, fighting the Rebel Alliance. This whole campaign is just really the Imperials doing what the Imperials should be doing.
We are under attack.
Those Clone Wars era Y-wings.
Attention, all Reverb and TOMAHAWK craft. This is Imperial space. You are hereby ordered to stand down or face the consequences.
Imperials, our TOMAHAWK forces are seizing illegal war supply. We cannot permit the Reverb craft to escape.
Might have to tweak the volumes.
Imperials, or you will be fired upon.
Alright, so I'm going...
TIE Fighter Alpha, engage the TOMAHAWK Y-wings, coded blue in the CMD.
Yeah, will in just a moment. Alright, so we're going for the secret order missions first. I want to get a scan in on all these...
Attacking craft, dead ahead.
Craft? one. God, I wish they'd given me an interceptor. Alright, that's the first one done. These will be the next ones.
This is 5. I'm having trouble over here. Got him.
Imperial arms, so they definitely have stuff on here. I'm not sure if we'll have to capture these or not, if we're scanning them just enough.
Discovered Imperial weapons in the Reverb convoy.
These craft must be impounded. You may
Yep.
assist
Alright, we're gonna have to
transport
capture
Epsilon.
those.
This is 1. I'm heavily damaged. I'm going! Transport Epsilon has been dispatched to deliver a boarding party.
This is 3. I'm heavily
okay.
damaged.
Republic
are
convoy,
they?
surrender your vessels for inspection.
These ones. Alright, power back to guns so we can quickly pull the shields off these guys.
You have attacked a friendly craft.
Yeah, they're not friendly. I can shoot them. I've got orders to shoot them.
Cease your attack, or you will be fired upon.
Where I'm shooting here.
Primary target
Yeah,
update.
that's one.
Your shields are out.
And we'll get the shields off this one as well. And then we're going to go after those Y-wings.
Report on primary target. Their shields are out.
Alright. C95s. Shooting at.
Primary target
Pop
update.
you
Their
as
shields
well.
are out.
That'll get your turrets away from me. And away from these transports. I kind of wish that you could... I've done my best to try and bind the power controls for shields, weapons and engines up in a similar fashion to how Elite Dangerous has done it. Because that actually works
Report
really
on
well.
primary target.
It
Their
just
hull
it
is
doesn't quite
damaged.
work the same way.
Oh no! We've lost 4! Primary target update. They have been destroyed.
Oh,
Report on primary target. They have been disabled. Primary target update.
that's right.
Shields are out.
The Clone Wars era Y-wings still have the turrets.
Objectives completed. The Emperor will be pleased.
Alpha 2, thank you for inspecting the convoy.
This is 6. I've got a starship firing at me.
Report on primary target. They have been disabled.
Alpha 2, don't get too close to that cruiser.
Love that they got an acclimator in the background there. This really shows the like the advantage that the Reimagined mod has. We've got Clone Wars era Y-wings. We've got acclimator cruisers in here. Neither of these existed when TIE Fighter was made. Remember, TIE Fighter was 1993 release. It was made, 1992 post X-Wing. It was 1999 that Clone Wars, not Clone
Report on
Wars,
primary
Phantom
target.
Menace
They have
came out,
been captured.
which predates, we're talking probably 96, it was starting to be written. So this game predates the Clone Wars, anything sort of Clone Wars, by at least a decade.
Mission objectives completed.
Good work. The attacking
Nice.
Demok forces have been driven off. TIE Fighter Alpha, you may return to the Protector's hangar now.
Beta Alpha is in
We'll
siege.
have a
and
crack
will
at
be
these
taken
assault
to our
shells, I think,
nearest
before we
base.
go.
All craft maintain status control until Alpha is safely away.
Message from mission critical craft. They are under attack.
Put a little bit more damage, some more kills and assists onto our kill board. Oh, hang on. I know what's going on. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, we just flew straight into the engine wash from the cruiser. that was probably not such a great idea. Let's not do that again. Yeah, TIE Fighter predates the anything Clone Wars by at least 10 years. The X-Wing Alliance that this TIE Fighter Reimagined mod is built on was released the same year and before the Phantom Menace, as I recall. It was they sort of released it about the same time, with I think X-Wing Alliance coming out a few months earlier. But anyways, this is the advantage of doing something like the Reimagined mod. You can add in all these vehicles that simply didn't exist and hadn't been designed at that point in time, flesh out the campaign, make it more. But this is also, I've noticed in the previous videos of you people asking why the voiceovers for the briefings were redone. This is why they need to be redone. The voiceovers, the previous voiceovers wouldn't have been able to account for something like an acclimator because it didn't exist when those voice lines were done. So if you're going to do a Reimagined mod and include something like that, you're going to need to redo the mission briefings as well and re-record them to include the new ship sets. So, anyways, let's dock up, get our debrief, and head through to the next mission.
Well done. You have prevented the complete destruction of the Ripper+ convoy, and in doing so have ensured we have sent a strong and clear signal to the DMOC leadership that the Empire will not tolerate any further aggression from them.
You have discovered some alarming evidence. There is no legitimate way the Ripper+ could have acquired Imperial armaments without help from someone high up within the Empire. Remain vigilant. We will speak again.
Alright, Battle 2. So, as I recall, this time we'll be fighting for the other side.
In response to the attack on their convoy, the Ripper+ have launched a retaliatory attack on a DMOC space installation. Although these two factions have been fighting each other for generations, the conflict has recently just been limited to raids and skirmishes for the last few years. However, given both sides' fleet capabilities, the Empire's goal is to prevent this conflict from once again escalating further and spilling into neighbouring star systems, which will further destabilize the region. Therefore, Imperial forces must stop either side from gaining a clear advantage over the other. To this end, we will help the DMOCs this time drive off the Ripper+ attack before they can destroy the DMOC station. As before, once the attacking force has taken sufficient losses, they will likely withdraw. For this mission, you will be flying a TIE bomber designated Beta 2 with 5 wingmen and helping to dispatch enemy corvettes and assault transports from attacking the station. There may also be a heavy cruiser in the area, so stay alert. Enemy starfighters will be dealt with by our TIE fighter and interceptor squadrons, but be on the lookout for enemy fighters trying to intercept you nonetheless, and take action accordingly.
The DMOCs are claiming this is just a scientific research facility. Naturally, we are concerned to know just what kind of research they are performing. As opportunity allows, attempt to inspect the platform and any nearby containers. Anything out of the ordinary may require further actions. Be prepared to receive new orders.
Alright.
We are going to intercept a Ripper+ reprisal raid on a DMOC research facility. The raiding forces are mainly comprised of a pair of modified Corellian corvettes and several assault transports with minimal fighter escort. As before, the Victory Star Destroyer Protector and the modified frigate Ikaga will jump in and deploy all squadrons to turn back this assault. Your primary mission will be to take out at least one of the corvettes and as many assault transports as possible. Once again, we are not seeking complete destruction of the attackers here, we merely want to force a withdrawal. As we demonstrated with the DMOCs, the Ripper+ leadership must also be taught that further acts of aggression will be severely punished.
Alright, Alright, ladies and gentlemen, mission 2. We are in the TIE Bomber. I was really hoping we'd be the 31st TIE Fighter. Right. Alright, so we have the option to change warheads this time, and it's really tempting to change over to space bombs. We'll leave it with torpedoes for the moment. Later on in this campaign, I am likely going to be using later on in the game, I'm going to be using a lot of space bombs. Torpedoes become really useless as you get later in, and I'd imagine this probably hasn't changed all that much with the reimagining. And yeah.
Attention Imperials, we are under attack. Can you help us?
Attention, Reverb forces. Cease your attack at once.
Let's get some torpedoes into the back of this one.
This is a science mission. Take the weapons lab.
Alright, so first on, we have to do our secret order objective, so we need to scan the platform.
I'm aborting my attack run. This is 6, responding to your distress call.
And we've got to inspect the
Order
crates.
acknowledged. Using your target for attack.
Should hopefully get the bombers attacking the escorts.
Keep your distance.
Or getting the assault ships, rather.
I'm ejecting!
2. There are the other 2.
Excellent work, Beta 2. Secret mission objectives complete.
Alright, that was easy.
Thanks to you, we may learn something useful here.
This is on! I've got a starship firing at me. Hey, you, keep your distance.
Transport Epsilon has been smashed in the liver.
This is 3. I've got a starship firing at me.
I have noticed that tends to happen a little bit, and I don't think that's my computer. I think the poor engine might be struggling just a touch. Come on, torpedo. Actually, in hindsight, I probably should have changed it from torpedoes over to concussion missiles.
A Ripperless heavy destroyer just jumped in.
This is 6. I'm having trouble over here. This is 6. I'm aborting my attack run.
The destroyer's robot is attacking the protector.
2.
This is 3. I'm having trouble over here. This is 3. I'm heavily damaged.
TIE Bomber Group Beta. Engage the Gromon and its sister protector.
This is
They
6.
want us to
I'm
engage.
heavily damaged.
Do that.
Their shields are out. They have been disabled. This is 4. Starship has me sighted. She's breaking up.
Alright. I'm giving it a gap between each launch so that if the turrets try and engage the torpedoes, they're not going to have all the torpedoes grouped up tight.
The Ripperless has raised off their deck.
I think that was a gunboat.
Take 2. Keep your distance.
Well, I don't remember seeing gunboats in the mission objectives.
Beta 2, this transport Epsilon that's taking fire.
This is 4. I'm heavily damaged. Message from Vital Group. They have been captured.
Weapons lab has been.
Alright, looks like that salvo of torpedoes landed and our target's been destroyed.
They have been captured.
And that's our missions done.
Primary mission objectives complete.
Keep up the good work, Beta 2. You may return to the hangar.
Platform Yao is now under Imperial control.
Yep, it was. It was a gunboat. They must have jumped in as part of the secret order objective and I just missed them. Bombers, what's...
Another bandit down.
One of their engaging has been destroyed. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this one quits here and just head back to the Victory. The sooner I can get out of this damn TIE bomber, the better. I am not a fan. This thing is so slow. But it does its job.
By intercepting the Reverb attack on the TOMAHAWks, we have demonstrated that the Empire favors neither side in this conflict and that they cannot stand against our forces. Soon they will all learn to obey Imperial rule.
The Reverbloods were right in their assertions about this being no mere science station, as you discovered the existence of a weapons lab and helped ensure its capture. Congratulations. Such initiative is rare, and it will take one far in the Empire.
Alright, so 2 sets of secret order mission objectives completed and no rank up. That's surprising. I thought we would have gotten up another rank by now. Speaking of which, we should probably have a look in... Yep, check messages. We've got new messages. So we've got a few new things here. So we've got our sub-lieutenant pips now. So we've got our rank cylinders on the arms and our new pips. Take command, join today, Imperial propaganda poster. So these are all new. These are created just for the mod, as I've explained in some of the previous videos. I kind of like that one. A gift from the Shuttle Division pilot. I'll have to sit back and try and translate that at some point. Alright. From Tolvan Harpsand, I've gotten reassigned to someone named Thrawn. The buzz is this guy is an astounding strategist. He's not human though. I don't think I've ever seen a non-human flag officer before. What do I know? Tolvan Clinks Harpsand, assigned to Thrawn. Alright, so that's somebody you're going to be encountering later on in the campaign, although I'm not entirely sure if the current version of the Reimagined mod is up to date on that, but there is a series, or is at least one campaign, it might be 2, I can't remember, towards the end, and it's in the expansion pack for TIE Fighter, where you actually work with Thrawn, or work under Thrawn rather, and you are... It links into the sort of the pre-setup or part of the setup for the Heir to the Empire series. So, a series of books from the expanded universe, which is pretty cool. Anyways, ladies and gents, we're going to bring this one to a close here for May the 4th. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And there will be TIE Fighter tomorrow. Part of the reason for the delay this week is I wanted to release this one on May 4th. And tomorrow is the Revenge of the 5th, so we're going to do another TIE Fighter episode then. Hope you enjoy it. And until next time, guys, may the Force be with you, and take care.